Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the hustle. Happy Monday, family. All right, new week, new beginning. Let's get this hustle going. We did pick up our first order, $31, going 2.4 miles, 2 customers, 19 items, 21 unit from Ralph's. Let's go get it. So we got A here, got B here, and C right here. Actually, no. Yep. All right, we just completed shopping that order. We did get this add-on that was going an extra 3.3 miles for $10 for 7 items. We took it. So we're making our way to our first drop-off, which is just right across the road from Ralph's right now. All right, we just completed that delivery. The batch pay came out to be $41.98. We're gonna make our way over to Costco, see if we can pick up something there at the Costco drop. All right, we got the next order, but we missed the 92. So pissed. Clicked on it, thought I had it, then it disappeared. But we ended up picking up this 43. It's only going like 3 miles, 22 items. It is a triple, but it looks pretty easy. Good. Alright guys, a little sour still that I missed that 92. Kind of sucked. Would have been a really great start to it, but it's all good. This one was easy shop. I think we knocked it off in 14 minutes. No replacements, no refund, which is good. All right, while we're making our way to our drop-off, let's run through our stats from last week. So on Instacart, we ended up doing a total of 28 orders for $1,312.17. All right, where are we sitting at with our orders completed? So in order to maintain my diamond priority or achieve diamond priority, you need 300 orders by the end of June 30th. Right now, we're sitting at 255 orders, which is awesome. You also need a shopping quality of 4.7 or higher. We are sitting at 4.97. And you need a shopping quality of good, and we are good. So we are good on those. Our shopping efficiency did take a hit. We're sitting at 72 seconds per item, which I'm not complaining much. I still was busy and seen a lot of orders. And our cancellation rate is down to 3%, which is good. All right, let's go get these orders dropped off.
The destination is on your left. All right.
All right, we got that dropped off. That batch pay came out to be $43.57, and it took us 54 minutes. All right, let's make our way back to Costco, see if we can get another one. All right, we got our next order. We got a 32 single, 7 items, going 9 miles. Let's go inside and go get this. Yep. All right, easy shop, in and out in 10 minutes, no replacements, no refund. I was hoping that they'd give me an add-on, but they didn't, but it's all good. All right, so while we're making our way to our single person drop off, let's talk about investments, what's been going on. So we do have a new play in we have RDZN. It's a AI company. And my plan for this is long-term, guys, very long-term on this one. I hopefully can get to like 500 shares of this before it takes off like wildflower. But right now, we picked it up at $1.71 and it's up to $2.31 per share. We're up $63 right now on that. We have DIVO. We have 55.55 shares of that one. We are down $31 on that one. QYLD sitting at 111.48 shares of that. We are positive $40 on that. We have Netflix. We have a total of 30 shares of that one. We are positive $67. It's currently sitting at 91.22, so it's definitely in my buy zone again, so we will be buying more of that this week. We have SCHD. We currently have 100.8 units of that one. We're up $445 on that one. Currently sitting at $31.51. We bought it at $27. Overall, you guys can see my portfolio. We're sitting at $10,765.58. This is still going, this is still live right now, what I meant to say. So the market doesn't close in half an hour, so it's obviously fluctuating. We're down today $78, but overall we're up $582.96, which is awesome. All right, that is our market minute. Let's go get this order dropped off. All right, that's dropped off. That batch pay came out to be $32.78. It took us 47 minutes, which is not too bad. All right, until our next pickup. All right, we got our last batch of the day. It's going a little far. It's at 51, going 17.8 miles, 3 customers, 35 items, 35 units. All right, let's go shop it. 13 items, 13 units, 15 units. Overall, it doesn't look that bad. This looks pretty good. Same thing, always checking for quality. It looks hard seltzer for customer C. Dates to May 7th. 2.43 A. For customer C. C. For customer C. Pasta sauce. And we also need these right here. There we go. customer B. We need one. Customer C, and we are done. Time to head to checkout. All right, we're up and out of there. 25 minutes to shop with no replacements, no refund. Another 5 minutes to check out. The only downside about this order is just the distance, 17 miles, which is not that bad considering most of it's going to be highway driven, but it does take me a little ways from going home. But we might be able to get a batch or get a Sparks batch from where this is dropping off and heading back this way. But if not, this will definitely be our last order for the day. I do have my W-2 tonight that I need to go home and get some rest for. All right, see you at the drop-offs. All right, we made it here to Ralph's after dropping off an order. That batch price came out to be $52.06. We're gonna go get some stuff for dinner. If we see a decent batch that we can take, we'll grab it. For dinner tonight, Hawaiian sausage. We'll grab 2 of them. I think one should be in Papa Deli. I don't know. These baby bellas, I'm gonna cut them myself. These marble cheese. All right, so here's all our ingredients for tonight's dinner. It's actually gonna be for 2 days. So we've got Italian ground pork, pasta noodles, pasta sauce, cheese, and baby bella mushrooms. All right, so we got our water boiling. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our noodles to it and start cooking that right now. While that's cooking, we're gonna start our sauce. All right, and right now we're just gonna start cutting up our sausage, get that start cooking, and we'll add that to our ground pork. All right, and we're just gonna cook off our sausage. And while that's going, we're gonna start prepping our mushrooms. I usually like to wipe off all my mushrooms with a paper towel, just because if there's any dirt on it or anything like that. So here's our sausage, we're just cooking it up, and then we're gonna add it to our ground pork that's over there before we add our sauce to it. Our noodles here are cooking, they're almost done. All right, so we're just gonna add those to our ground pork pot. And then what we're gonna do now, we're gonna saute off the mushrooms in that same pot here. All right, so those are done. So we're going to add them to a pot. Then we're going to add our sauce. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our noodle and we're going to save some of the pasta water to add to this as well. So we'll drain it. All right, so we're going to take our noodles and we're going to put them in these sheet pans. That way, once the sauce is done, we're just going to top it on top of it. There we go. All right, we got some of that pasta sauce water here, so we're just going to add a little bit to this. And then we're going to bring this to a simmer and let it sit there and cook down. So everything here is incorporated in here. So what we're going to do is just going to let it simmer for like 10-15 minutes, and before we add it to the noodles. All right, so it's been around 15 minutes. So what we're going to do is going to take our sauce, just pour it over top of our noodles. Now this is going to last for at least 2 days, just so that we're not cooking every single day. And we're just going to mix up everything just so that everything's not nice and loose. Same thing on this one. Just toss everything in. And I do got my oven set at 350 because we're gonna bake it for a little bit, just to get the cheese to melt and everything like that on it. So there we are, all tossed up. And then we got our cheese. We're just gonna sprinkle on a layer. All right, and then we're just gonna throw it in our preheated oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. There we are. All right, guys, after 5 minutes in, that's what it looks like. So we're just gonna let it cool down before we start eating. All right, so let's finally run through the results. We ended up doing a total of 4 batches, as you guys can see here. Picked up our first one at 8.27 this morning. We picked up a Ralph's. It was a 31. Got a $10 add-on for like a 43. All 3 other orders been Costco. We ended up doing a total of $170.39 for the day, which is not too bad for a Monday. All right, hope you guys had a great day out there as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It does help me out in the YouTube world. All right, family, until next time, keep on hustling. Hustling, 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 hustling.